Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So today I am going to see The Time Traveller's Wife. It's a new musical. It's on at the Storyhouse Theatre in Chester. So I'm travelling down to Chester with my brother-in-law today to see the show, so I'm really excited. It's been on at Chester I think for about a month. It's on until Saturday the 15th, and then it should be going to the West End. So yeah, it's been on at Chester for about a month, and then it's going to hopefully be going to the West End. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm really excited. We are sat in the stalls on row H. So yeah, it should be a really good show. Obviously I'll show you around the theatre. It's a new theatre for me, I've never been there. So obviously I'll show you around. If there's any merch, I'll show you the merch. And yeah, it should be a really good night. So I'll probably get back to you now once we are on our way. So we've just arrived at the Storyhouse Theatre now. This is it here. I'm just going to go in and have a look around. And now at the theatre. Hello. Here he is. And it is a really lovely building, isn't it? I will show you around it in a bit. We just sat down having a drink. Oh, it's really good.
It looks really old from the outside, but then it looks really modern on the inside.
Yeah, it's really
and
modern.
I like the library's like around the building. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. So I will show you around in a minute. But yeah, we're just having a drink. We're just getting on a glass of water each. Yeah. Really good so far, can't wait for the show.
I know, I'm interested to see, as I said, there's quite a few cast members that I have seen before that I'm excited to see again.
Yeah.
Some from Anne Juliet.
Yeah.
Some from Waitress. And some from, I feel like one was in the Book of Mormon as well, so.
Maybe. Yeah. So I think we're going to go and buy a programme.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to go get a programme and then we can see the rest of the cast. So I'll probably get back to you later. So I've just picked myself up a programme, and of course I have to get a magnet. So we're still just having some drinks. I will go and walk around the theatre in a minute and show you around. But yeah, we're having a great time. Click through. So they have this library that goes all around the venue.
There's literally a cinema screen in there.
And there's a cinema here. So it's an amazing building, isn't it, Nathan? Yeah. Yeah, this is the library, like goes around it.
Screen.
Yeah, that's where the cinema is. Oh yeah, with the peacock on the wall over there. Now time to go to the auditorium, take off the seats. So we're going through door D and we're on row H. Can't quite remember not number seats we are, but we'll find it when we get in there. So yeah, really excited. H5 and 6. We're on row H5 and 6. Hi!
Where are we up there?
H5 and 6.
That's H1.
That's great, thank you very much. So this is where we're sat, row H. Just here, and we're on row number 5 and 6. So here. So we're in our seats now, this is our view. Look at this amazing view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really excited for the show to start now. I'll just quickly pan around so you can see the theatre. It's only a small theatre. Yeah. It's a really nice little theatre actually.
So I was reading online that this theatre can turn into so it's an 800 seat theatre now in the proscenium, but then it can turn into a 500 seat plus theatre and a 300 seat other type of theatre as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really modern.
It is really modern, it's really nice.
Yeah,
I really like
the
it.
aircon's on, it's lovely.
Yeah. It's really nice. Not what I was expecting. I didn't know what to expect because I haven't looked at any pictures of it or anything. So I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's really nice. I really like it.
I like how, so the stalls is the biggest section clearly.
Yeah.
But I like that because I always feel like a small stalls is a bit,
Yeah,
feels a bit
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just go to the front and I'll show you what it looks like so you can see the full theatre. So the show is due to start now in about 5 minutes, Nathan?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. People are still coming in. It's a sold out show tonight, so I'm going to get back to you now in the interval. I'm really excited. So it is now the interval and we're really enjoying the show, aren't we, Nathan?
Yes, it's very, very good.
It's so good. The music's really good. The songs so far have been excellent. And we're just really enjoying it. And I'm really excited now to see the second half.
Yeah.
What's going to happen. Obviously I've seen the film and I've seen a bit of the TV series as well, so I know the story, I know what's going, whereas Nathan's never seen
I have no idea. And at the end of the song then before the interval, something happened that I was like, oh no, it means something's happened to happen. But no, it's really, really good. All the cast are really good as well.
Yeah, the cast is excellent. And yeah, we just can't wait for the second half now. So obviously we'll get back to you now after the show and let you know what we think. The show has now ended. The show is excellent. And I've got an hour's drive home, so I'll tell you more about it once. Hi, so I am now back from the theatre. It is quite late, but obviously I want to review the show for you, and I really enjoyed it. First of all, I'll talk about the venue. So it was on at the Storyhouse Theatre in Chester. I'd never been to that venue before, didn't really know much about it, but it's such a lovely venue. It's like not just a theatre, it has a library in there, it has actually two theatres, it has a boutique cinema, it has a restaurant, and it has bars in there as well. So it's an amazing venue. So yeah, like I said, it's got two theatres in the venue. It has the Garrick Theatre, which is on the top of the building, and it also has a bar up there as well. So yeah, that is a 150-seat black box theatre, which can be used as a performance, rehearsal or workshop space. So I didn't actually get to see that theatre because we were actually in the larger theatre, the Storyhouse Theatre. It's an 800-seat theatre with a proscenium arch stage. It's three-tiered, so it's got the stalls, the circle and the gallery. And that theatre can also be converted into a 500-seat thrust stage. And when it's in that format, they only use two of the tiers. So like I said, as well as the two theatres, there's also a boutique cinema in there. It's only a small one. It's got like 100 seats in it. And I didn't get to see inside it because there was actually a show on, I think. A movie on while we were there, so I couldn't look in there, so I'm not sure what it looks like, but it'd be interesting maybe to go there and see it. It's nice to go to a little cinema, I think, isn't it? It's a bit more intimate, so it'd be really nice actually to see the cinema in there at some point. And yeah, also like I said, there's actually a library in the building as well, and the library is sort of really cool. It sort of goes around the perimeter of the building, so you've got all the books around the perimeter, and then in the middle you've got the cinema, and then and the outer bit is the theatre, and obviously there's another theatre at the top. So yeah, it's really weird how there's all books all around the perimeter of the building. I just thought it made it look really nice as well. You probably saw it in the in my video, but yeah, it's an amazing building. It really is. I really hope I get to go there again because I really liked it. I definitely want to take Lawrence there at some point because I think he would love the building. It's really, really interesting, really great theatre to go to. Like I said, it's the main theatre, the Storyhouse Theatre. It's still only a small theatre, it's really intimate, so you get a really good view, I think, from wherever you sit in that theatre. But yeah, I really liked it. So there was actually a bit of merch available for the show. I wasn't sure if there would be, with it only being like a preview. I didn't think they would have any merch, but they did have a little bit. They had a magnet, which was £3. They had a mug, which was £10, but I don't think they had any mugs left because there wasn't any on show. So I'm thinking the mugs had sold out because it was the end of the run by the time I went. It'd been on for a few weeks, so I think all the mugs must have sold out. But they also had a tote bag, and that was £12. And then they had the programme, which was £5. So I bought the programme, obviously, because I wanted to know about all the cast stuff in it, and then obviously because I collect magnets I had to get the magnet, and I like this because it actually says World Premiere Storyhouse 2022, so I liked it. It's got that information on there, so really glad I picked that up. So the runtime for the show was 2 hours and 30 minutes, which did include an interval. I'm not sure how long the interval was because it seemed to go by super quick, the interval. I definitely didn't feel like it was a 20-minute interval. Maybe it was 50 minutes. I'm not sure if it was meant to be 20 minutes. The show did start a bit late, so whether they reduced the interval down to make back time, I don't know. But it didn't feel as long as the interval when I've been at other shows. So I'm not sure how long the interval actually was, but the actual runtime of the show, including the interval, is supposed to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. So for this show, we were sat in the stalls. We were on row H, seats 5 and 6. And this ended up being like the 5th row back, so I think they must have taken out a couple of seats at the front for the orchestral pit. So the orchestral pit did come out quite far, so I'm thinking they must have removed a couple of rows for us to be like on the 5th row. But the view from those seats was really good. Really enjoyed the view. It felt like we were really close to the stage. And I think those tickets are supposed to be about £50, 45 to £50 for those tickets for this particular show. Obviously we didn't pay for them. I was really lucky. I was gifted the tickets by the theatre, but yeah, definitely worth the price because the view was excellent from where we were sat. There's also plenty of leg room in those seats. Also, another thing I want to say, the uniforms that the staff have at the theatre was really good. I really liked the uniforms. So did my brother-in-law. I just thought they were really nice. Looked quite comfortable as well for the staff, because when I used to work at the Palace Theatre, that uniform was not comfortable, especially when you had to run up and down the super steep steps with a massive bag full of drinks and sweets and stuff. That uniform was not comfortable. Their uniform looked really comfortable. It looked really nice as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed the staff's uniform. I thought it looked really good. I also read that the Storyhouse holds the official title of the most welcoming theatre, and I have to agree that all the staff were really welcoming, really nice, really friendly. I thought, yeah, the staff were great, and I did think it was really welcoming. I also like the fact that when we went to get our seats, they actually showed you to the row that you were sitting on. They didn't just say, yeah, it's just in there. They actually took you to your row, which I thought was really nice. So The Time Traveller's Wife is based on a novel by Audrey Niffenegger, and also the New Line Cinema film screenplay by Bruce Joel Rubin. Now, I haven't read the novel, but I have seen the movie and I loved the movie. I thought the movie was great. I've also watched a bit of the new, I don't know how new it is, but it was the series. It's a series on, is it? I can't remember what channel it's on, but I have watched some of it. So I knew the story going into the musical, whereas my brother-in-law, he's never seen the movie or watched the TV series, so he didn't know anything about the story, but he absolutely loved it. He really enjoyed it. So for the musical, the book is by Lauren Gunderson, and the music and lyrics is by Joss Stone and Dave Stewart. So Dave Stewart was in the Eurythmics, and he also did the music and lyrics for Ghost. Now, this musical actually reminds me a lot of Ghost. Yeah, some of the songs in this definitely remind me of some of the songs from Ghost, and other songs in it actually remind me I definitely knew, like, Joss Stoney, but some of them definitely sort of reminded me a little bit of some of the songs from Ghost. And coincidentally, the person that wrote the screenplay for the Time Traveller's Wife movie also wrote the screenplay for the Ghost movie, and he also wrote the book for Ghost the Musical, and he wrote the lyrics for Ghost the Musical. So there's quite a few people that are involved in Ghost who are also involved in this. So it's probably why it reminds me so much of the Ghost musical. In fact, the producer of this also produced Ghost. Chris Ingram, he produced Ghost and he also produced this. So there's a lot of people that have been involved in the two. So it's probably why it reminds me so much of that. And Ghost is actually, well, the original production of Ghost is one of my favourite musicals, which is why I probably really enjoy this one as well. So if you've never seen the film of The Time Traveller's Wife or read the book, it's basically a love story between Henry and Clare. Henry is a librarian and he's also a time traveller, and so he's involuntarily pulled backwards and forwards through time. And Clare, who is an artist, has actually been visited by Henry throughout her childhood, throughout her life, and when she actually eventually meets him in real time, they end up falling in love and eventually getting married. But obviously the problems and complexities of normal relationships were obviously multiplied by the fact that Henry time travels and disappears for great lengths of time, and she never knows when he's going to be coming back, which means that the pair are continually out of sync with each other, and which obviously leads to problems in their relationship. So that is the basic story behind the musical. So the songs in this musical were really good. I loved all the songs in this show. This is a show, if they had a soundtrack, I would have bought it. I really loved it. I would definitely listen to these songs over and over again. Really loved them. Can't think of which one would be my favourite, because I did enjoy all of them. It's hard to pick a favourite. But I did really enjoy the opening number, which was called Story of Love, and I also quite enjoyed Masterpiece as well. Yes, those two that I did really enjoy. Also, I thought the set for this was so good. It was sort of like on a revolve, and it would revolve round to reveal like a new sort of set, a new scene. and it did that loads of times. I don't know whether they're keeping all these set pieces, but there was loads of different sets. They also used a lot of projection technology on this show, which I thought was amazing. There's actually a scene in the show where they show what it's like for Henry to time travel, and they use a lot of projection imagery in that. And yeah, I just thought the imagery for that was really good. Really enjoyed that scene. I thought it was visually stunning. I really loved the projections that they used for that. So this show also had illusions in it. Obviously he's a time traveler and he just disappears at random times, so they obviously had to use some illusion work in the show for when he just disappears. They also used some projection stuff as well for when he disappears as well, but there was some illusions on this, and I think it was Chris Fisher that did designed all the illusions for the show. And yeah, he did a great job. I thought the illusions were great when he just disappeared. It was really good. So the cast for this show was outstanding. I really enjoyed all the performances from the cast. David Hunter and Joanna Woodward in the lead roles were excellent. Yeah, they were just perfectly cast in those roles, and I loved their portrayal of Henry and Claire. So might as well look at the programme at this point so I can show you the rest of the cast and their biographies. We'll see what other shows have been in. So I think I've seen some of them in different things. So yeah, we'll go through the programme now. Okay, so this is the programme. It says Storyhouse on the left hand side, and then at the bottom here it says the run of the show. So it's on from Friday the 30th of September to Saturday the 15th of October. And then obviously it's got the title, The Time Traveler's Wife, a new musical. And these two people on the front are not the people that are play the characters in the show. So in here you've got a couple of adverts, and then you've got your information on the actual show. You've got a little piece here by Lauren Gunderson. You've got a note from Colin Ingram, who is the producer. And then you've got a note here from Dave and Joss, who obviously wrote the music and the lyrics for the show. At the bottom here you have your song list. So in Act 1 you've got The Story of Love, Masterpiece, Wait for Me, One Day, Damn Fool Love, I See Her, and Who Are We? And then in the second act you've got Journeyman, This Time, A Woman's Intuition, I'm in Control, Make It New, On, and Love Wins Today. So there's not like a massive amount of songs in the show, but there's a good number there. Okay, and then we have the cast list. So I think it's in alphabetical order by the looks of it. I hate it when it's out in alphabetical order. I much prefer it when they put it in order of like the lead roles. It's just easier to follow, I think, when they do that. But anyway, we'll go through it. So as Dr. Kendrick, you have Aisha Davis. She was really good. So she's been in things like Phantom, Dreamgirls, What Goes Around. She's been in a few television, film. So that's her. Then you have Alwyn Taylor as Old Claire. She was only in it for a little bit at the end. She wasn't in it for very long. Then as Jason / Mark, you had Benjamin Purkis. And then you had David Hunter as Henry. So obviously he is the lead, one of the leads in the show. It says he's best known for his lead roles in Once, Kinky Boots, and Waitress. So these are his West End credits. And then he's got other theatre credits. And then film and television credits. So yeah, so I don't think I've seen him in anything before, but I thought he was really good. Really loved his voice. His acting was great. He was really good as the lead role. Then we had Emily Shaw as Claire's mum. She's been in Wicked, the UK tour, as Nessa Rose. She's been in Mary Poppins. Yeah, she's been in quite a few things. So then we had Hiba Elshaikh. I'm not sure how to pronounce her second name, but she played Charisse, who is Claire's one of Claire's best friends, and she was really good. I really enjoyed her character. Her voice was excellent. She did have I think she had a solo song or a duet, which I really enjoyed. I thought she was really good. Really enjoyed her performance. So her theatre credits include Pretty in Everyone's Talking About Jamie on the West End. She's been in Millennials at the Other Palace. She played Princess Jasmine in Aladdin in Australia. She was Molly in Ghost, the musical, in Asia. So she's done a few good things. So playing the role of Claire, we had Joanna Woodward. She again was excellent in the lead role. Thought she was really good as Claire. Loved her portrayal of Claire. Thought it was really good. She's been in Pretty Woman. She's been in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. She's been in A Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, she's been in a few things. She's done a few workshops as well. Then we had Ross Dawes as Henry's dad. He's been in Bonnie and Clyde. Been in Rock of Ages. Phantom of the Opera. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So yeah, he's been in quite a lot of stuff. Then we have Sorrel Marsh as Henry's mum. Been in Singing in the Rain. Mamma Mia. Hairspray, Legally Blonde. Yeah, she's been in quite a few things as well. Then you have Steve Hutchinson playing Claire's dad. He's been in Jesus Christ Superstar, Billy Elliot, Hairspray. Then we had Tim Hendren as Gomez, who is one of Claire's friends. Again, he was really, really good in the role. He did have a solo song, which I thought was really good. Yeah, I really liked him. And I've seen him before in Anne Juliet, and he was really good in that as well. So his theatre credits include Anne Juliet on the West End. He's been in The Midnight Gang. He was in Spring Awakening at the Hope Mill Theatre. And yeah, that's the things that he's done, and he's got a few television credits there as well. So then we go on to the young Claire. So there's 3 different Claires and Albas. I'm not sure which one was on for our performance. I didn't see it up anywhere to say who was on for her, so I'm not quite sure which one it was, but there is 3. There's Eva Johnson, Eve Corbish-Lee, and also Phoebe Sheffings. So those are the 3 girls that play young Claire and Alba. And if you didn't know, Alba is the daughter of Henry and Claire. So after the cast biographies, you just got the cast list here. And you've got your creative team, production team, the band, and then you've got your creative team here, information about them. And then you've got your thank yous at the end as well, and another little advert. So yeah, that is the programme. So if I were to give this show a star rating, I would definitely have to give it 5 stars. I just loved everything about it. I loved the set, I loved the songs, I loved the music, I loved the cast, I loved the story. I just loved everything about it. So it would definitely have to be 5 stars for me. Really, really enjoyed it. And it's now got into my top 5 of musicals. It's knocked Dear Evan Hansen out of my top 5. So my top 5 musicals now consist of Ghost, the original production, not the Bill Kenwright version, the original production that I saw in Manchester, Wicked, Rent, and Juliet, and now The Time Traveler's Wife. They are my now top 5 musicals. So yeah, I definitely recommend this show. Unfortunately, its run at the Chester Storyhouse has now finished. Fingers crossed it's going to get a West End transfer soon, and as soon as it does, I really want to take Lawrence to go and see it because I think he would really love it. My brother-in-law came with me. He absolutely loved it. He wants to take his mum to see it because he thinks his mum will really enjoy it. But yeah, me and Nathan both thought it was a great musical. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, definitely recommend it. So when it does go to the West End, try and get tickets to see it because you won't be disappointed. It was really good. So I will link below the website for the Storyhouse Theatre in case you want to have a little read about the venue and what's on there. So I'll link that down below. Obviously I can't link anything for The Time Traveler's Wife because they don't have a website. I've looked to see if they have a website. They don't seem to have one, so I won't be able to link anything for that. But like I said, I will link down below the website for the Storyhouse venue in case you want to look up anything about that and maybe see what's on there, because it's definitely a lovely venue. If you're close by, you should definitely visit and see something there. And so yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little theatre vlog and review. If you do enjoy theatre vlogs and reviews, do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I do lots of theatre vlogs and reviews on this channel, so if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified as soon as a new video goes up. And yeah, so like I said, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.